The moment you start acting like you're second place is the moment you guarantee you'll never reach first. Right now, in this very moment, someone somewhere is telling themselves they're not good enough. Someone is shrinking back from their dreams because they believe others are more qualified, more talented, more deserving. But what if I told you that this single belief is the invisible prison keeping you from the life you were meant to live? What if the only thing standing between you and extraordinary success is not your circumstances, not your background, not your education, but simply the way you see yourself? Today, we're going to shatter that prison. We're going to explore a truth so powerful that once you embrace it, your entire world will shift. You're going to learn why acting as if you are the best isn't arrogance, it's necessity. You're going to discover how the greatest minds in history used this very principle to change the world, and more importantly, you're going to walk away with the tools to transform your relationships, your career, and your entire existence. Stay with me, because what I'm about to share will challenge everything you think you know about confidence, success, and your own potential. The internal compass of self-worth, your relationship with yourself, sets the template for every other relationship in your life. When you act as if you are the best, you're not comparing yourself to others. You're aligning with your highest potential. Marcus Aurelius wrote in his Meditations that we become what we repeatedly think about, and neuroscience confirms this ancient wisdom. Your brain cannot distinguish between what you imagine and what you experience when the emotion is strong enough. When you consistently act from a place of excellence, your neural pathways literally rewire themselves to support this new identity. Consider how you show up in your relationships when you believe you deserve respect versus when you're desperate for approval. The person who knows their worth doesn't chase validation, they attract it naturally. This isn't about becoming arrogant or dismissive of others, it's about recognizing that you cannot give what you do not possess. If you don't believe you're worthy of love, success, and respect, you'll unconsciously sabotage every opportunity to receive them. The Stoics understood that external circumstances don't determine your value, your response to them does. When you act as if you are the best version of yourself, you're not pretending to be someone you're not. You're becoming who you were always meant to be. This internal shift creates a magnetic quality that draws opportunities, relationships, and success toward you. People can sense authentic confidence, and they're naturally drawn to those who possess it. Your self-worth becomes the foundation upon which all your other successes are built. The power of unwavering self-belief is the invisible force that shapes reality. Every great achievement in history began with someone who believed in themselves when no one else did. When you act as if you are the best, you're programming your subconscious mind to seek evidence that supports this belief. The reticular activating system in your brain, the same system that helps you notice your car model everywhere after you buy it, begins to filter information in your favor. You start noticing opportunities you previously missed, solutions to problems you thought were unsolvable, and connections that seemed impossible before. Epictetus taught that we suffer not from events themselves, but from our judgments about them. When you believe you are capable of greatness, setbacks become stepping stones rather than roadblocks. Your interpretation of challenges shifts from "why is this happening to me?" to "how is this preparing me for something greater?" This belief becomes self-fulfilling because it changes your behavior at a fundamental level. You take risks that others won't take, you persist when others quit, and you maintain hope when others despair. Your unwavering self-belief doesn't mean you ignore reality or become delusional. It means you see possibilities where others see obstacles. This mindset attracts like-minded people who believe in excellence and possibility, creating a network of relationships that support and amplify your success. Your belief in yourself gives others permission to believe in you too. Excellence as your natural state. Excellence isn't an act, it's a habit. When you act as if you are the best, you're not putting on a performance. You're expressing your natural state. Aristotle understood that we are what we repeatedly do, and modern psychology confirms that our identity is formed through consistent action. Every time you choose excellence over mediocrity, you're casting a vote for the person you're becoming. This principle transforms every mundane task into an opportunity for greatness. When you approach your work, your relationships, and even your daily routines from a place of excellence, you create a compound effect that builds momentum over time. The way you make your bed in the morning influences how you handle your business meetings. The care you put into your appearance affects how others perceive and treat you. The attention you give to small details demonstrates your capacity for handling larger responsibilities. Seneca wrote that every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end. When you make excellence your standard, you're ending the cycle of settling for less and beginning a new chapter of possibility. This doesn't mean perfectionism, which is often rooted in fear and insecurity. True excellence comes from a place of love for the craft, love for the process, and love for the growth that comes from pushing beyond your comfort zone. Your commitment to excellence becomes a beacon that attracts opportunities, partnerships, and success that match your elevated standards. The magnetic force of authentic confidence. Confidence is not the absence of fear. It's feeling the fear and acting as if you belong anyway. When you act as if you are the best, you develop what psychologists call authentic confidence, which is fundamentally different from arrogance or false bravado. Authentic confidence is attractive because it's rooted in self-acceptance rather than the need to prove something to others. This type of confidence creates a magnetic field around you that draws people in rather than pushing them away. Marcus Aurelius observed that the best revenge is not to be like your enemy, and similarly, the best response to those who doubt you is not to argue with them but to embody the success they claim you cannot achieve. Your confidence becomes contagious, inspiring others to believe in themselves and their own possibilities. In relationships, this magnetic confidence allows you to love without neediness, to give without expecting, and to support others without losing yourself. You become someone others want to be around because you make them feel better about themselves. Your presence elevates every room you enter because confidence is a gift you give not just to yourself, but to everyone you encounter. This isn't about being the loudest person in the room or dominating conversations. It's about having such a strong sense of self that others feel safe to be themselves around you. Your authentic confidence creates space for others to shine, which paradoxically makes you shine even brighter. Resilience through self-respect. When you act as if you are the best, you develop an unshakable resilience that comes from deep self-respect. This isn't about believing you're perfect or that you'll never fail. It's about maintaining your dignity and sense of worth regardless of external circumstances. The Stoics called this preferred indifference, understanding that while you prefer success over failure, your essential worth doesn't depend on outcomes. This perspective gives you the freedom to take risks, make mistakes, and learn without your self-esteem hanging in the balance. Viktor Frankl, who survived the Nazi concentration camps, discovered that the one thing that could never be taken from him was his freedom to choose his response to any situation. When you act from a place of self-respect, you maintain this same freedom. Criticism becomes feedback rather than personal attack. Rejection becomes redirection rather than proof of inadequacy. Failure becomes education rather than evidence of unworthiness. This resilience transforms your relationships because you're no longer desperate for approval or validation from others. You can disagree without being disagreeable, stand up for yourself without tearing others down, and maintain your boundaries without building walls. Your self-respect teaches others how to treat you, and it gives you the strength to walk away from situations and relationships that don't honor your worth. This isn't about being rigid or uncompromising. It's about having such a strong foundation that you can be flexible without losing your center. The title of this speech isn't a suggestion. It's a declaration of war against mediocrity, self-doubt, and the limiting beliefs that have held you back for far too long. When you act as if you are the best, you're not lying to yourself or living in fantasy. You're aligning with the truth of your unlimited potential. You're stepping into the person you were created to be before the world convinced you to be smaller. Every great leader, innovator, and game changer throughout history understood this principle. They didn't wait for permission, validation, or perfect conditions. They acted from their vision of excellence and let reality catch up to their belief. Your time is now. Your moment is this moment. the relationships you desire, the success you dream of, the life you envision. It's all waiting for you to step up and claim it. But it requires you to stop acting like you're auditioning for your own life and start acting like you're the star of your own story. The world needs what you have to offer, but only you can decide to offer it. Only you can choose to act as if you are the best, because the truth is, in your unique way, with your specific combination of talents, experiences, and perspective, no one is better than you. This isn't arrogance, it's truth. This isn't fantasy, it's your birthright. Now go out there and claim it. Thank you for investing this time in yourself and your growth. The fact that you stayed until the end tells me everything I need to know about your character and your commitment to excellence. You have everything within you right now to transform your life and relationships. The only question is, will you act on what you've learned? Will you choose to be the person who acts as if they are the best, or will you go back to playing small? The choice is yours, and the world is waiting for your answer. Remember, you don't need anyone's permission to be great. You only need your own decision. Make it count.